Hello everybody and welcome back to 3-2 Brew. Today we're going to be running one of my decks through the good old Premodern League. I know it's being currently renamed as of today. It might be League 16.1, not 100% sure, but regardless, this is a deck. Everyone talks about how we don't have any fun deck names anymore. So I know that this is a quote-unquote Deck Gael deck, but I'm going to personally call this deck S'mores because the old printings of these cards, Apocalypse, always gave me like a toasted s'mores look. So it's also black and white. S'mores have graham crackers and marshmallows are white and chocolate's black and whatnot, or brown, whatever you want to call it. So I personally think S'mores is a cool name, so I'm going to call this S'mores. What is S'mores? S'mores is a deck that I didn't like for a while. The original Deck Gael I played, I absolutely hated. The mana base felt like horrendous. The creatures just didn't feel like enough impact. It was fun, but it just didn't really get where I needed to get to. But this deck feels much, much, much better. This is a mid-range control deck if I had to put a label on it. Let's talk about creatures. A lot of talk recently about Mother Runes being underplayed, so I thought, hey, I'm a slam 4 Mother Runes in this deck. I'm in between on her impact so far, but I do like Mother Runes as a card, and I think it is pretty darn good in here, especially when you pair it with something like a Nantuko Shade. So Nantuko Shade is classic in basically most of the Deck Gael lists of old. I only have it as a 2-of in here. The 1 toughness on it really hurts with Mog Fanatics and pieces like that running around. I also added in a total of 3 Withered Wretch. This is our main deck Graveyard Hate. A lot of graveyard decks running around. We have Oath, we have, just madness in general, but we also end up having the Replenish deck is extremely graveyard dependent, so I think Withered Wretch in the main is awesome. If you watch my pre-fire videos, you know I hate leaving home without my Scoos. This is our format Scoos. 3 Phyrexian Negators. These are a bit of a hit or miss, which is why I have it in here as a 3-of. I do think Phyrexian Negator is extremely good, and there is points in the game where we're okay sacking our lands. So I am keeping 3 Negator. I love Phyrexian Obliterator. I love Phyrexian Negator. If I can slam this card, I'm going to slam it every single time. Graveborn Muse, another card that I've seen pop up from list to list from occasions, often played in zombies, but this acts as a secondary Phyrexian arena, which we have 3 of in this. Drawing a single card, or maybe even 2 if we have a Withered Wretch out with it, is just very, very good. The life loss sucks, yes, but the card advantage is a banger, and I like being able to stick a 3/3 body on my Phyrexian arena. Mastercore. This card's just good. This is a way for us, game 1, to be able to hang with goblins and to hang with elves and stuff like that. If we can find our Mastercore, we're looking good. And then we got 3 of my favorite lady in all of Premodern, Exalted Angel. I love this card. I really want the original art for this card. That's like my grail eventually. This is easily a top 5 card in Premodern for me. I love Exalted Angel. This card's a house. I'm always happy to slam this and cast it in a deck. We got 4 Duress. You might be wondering, what about Cabal Therapy? Cabal Therapy with this deck, there's not enough to sack for the recursion, and if you miss on it, it's a bummer. There's a good enough running around for Duress. Some games we take it out, like Goblins and whatnot, but I do like Duress a lot in this deck. Gerard's Verdict, another of my top 5 cards in Premodern. I love this card. This card is so versatile. Realizing that I can hit myself to discard lands and gain life is super underrated. Huge fan of Gerard's Verdict. Very glad I'm getting to slam it here. Vindicate. Vindicate is a house. Sorcery speed, which does suck, but being able to hit any permanent is the way that we deal with enchantments on main board, artifacts main board. All that issue is dealt with through Vindicate often, but it also just kills key pieces. They're stuck on a color on turn 5. They only got, 1 blue in a blue-green deck. Boom, you bang that blue. See if they got anything they want to say about it. Very, very good sorcery slot. I think Verdict is incredibly underrated in this format currently. Instance, this is a bit of a testing period. Skeletal Scrying is a 1-of here. I really like Skeletal Scrying. I've tested with this deck a bit in this variation with Scrying. It hasn't felt amazing. So this is kind of a flex spot that I might be looking to kick at here soon, but I do want to let it rock through as it is currently. We also got Swords to Plowshares here. Just a classic, the best removal in the format in my personal opinion. I love swords, so obviously a 4-of. That is our removal in this deck for spot removal. 3 Phyrexian Arenas, like I said. And then the lands are where we're a little bit different than some folk. I'm running 7 Swamp, 5 Plains, and I believe I redistributed that after I swapped around some stuff in the main deck. 4 Gemstone Mines. Really, really impressed with this card. Never really played with it before. Huge fan of Gemstone Mine. Really think this is great. We're okay if it's sacked, especially with the land destruction meta. We're okay to lose a Gemstone Mine. We're going to lose it anyway. City of Brass. This is our pain land. I would consider a Reflecting Pool over this, but I have City of Brass on hand in the game, so City of Brass and MTGO, it's what I have. Reflecting Pool is on my radar, though. And Caves of Kolios as well. Classic. The black-white mana base in this format is absolute garbo due to the lack of fetch lands. So we take what we can, but there's 23 lands. I am debating cutting a Skeletal Scrying for another land. I recently went from 23 to 24 lands and goblins, and for some godforsaken reason, it has felt like it made a world of difference. So, yeah, just a heads up on that. I don't know why it is, if it's just a run of luck or what, but I've been doing an oodles amount of goblins testing. Check out the Goblin Project, or the Goblin Guide Project, sorry. I'll try to link it up above if I remember, but check that out. It's a fantastic video series, but yes, I will be running 23 lands through this league. Now, the sideboard. This deck, in my personal opinion, from my time play testing, and I didn't play test against probably the top meta stuff or whatever, so we'll see when we actually get there, but this sideboard feels like it has the answers to beat creature decks, specifically. Basically any creature deck. Tormod's Crypt helps out with the graveyard, so that's an additional graveyard hate. Bring that in the main board, that gives us 5 pieces of graveyard hate. COP Red, this is for us to try and slow down what they're doing with the red decks in general. Warmth is also another option if you like this slot, but I prefer COP Red to Warmth because Warmth you can kind of get above the triggers if you do it properly as a burn player, as someone who's played a lot of Sly myself. For Disenchant, there's a ton of artifact and enchantment nonsense running around, so being able to hit stuff with Disenchant is never a bad thing. 2 Engineer Plague. This is specifically to hit goblins and to also hit elves, but there is some other stuff where from time to time, like this is not a bad rock card. Throw it down, toss it on squirrels. They're completely off the Deranged Hermit plan. So very interested in Engineer Plague. Think this card's great. As I've been playing red-black goblins, it has been beating me up bad. So like Plague a lot. 2 Infest. So all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Infest feels really, really, really good in this deck. I just like the fact, obviously it kills Wretch, Shade, and Mother of Runes. So we do have a lot of creatures, but once we resolve a Negator, a Muse, Mastercore, Exalted Angel on the front side, Infest just eats up. This card is absolutely cracked against an overextended Goblin deck. Obviously very good as well against Elves and whatnot, but for Elves, we have Perish. Perish is a bit of a double-sided card right now for me. Normally Perish is for Elves, but Perish also hits Terravore. Perish also hits the majority of the rock. Like if you're playing against a rock player, very few people are running Phyrexian Rager. So Perish just eats up the entire rock board. If you can follow it up with a Crypt to exile it, it just completely puts the stall on them. So I like Perish a lot. This has shown me great results throughout my time testing. And then my final flex spot is a Wrath of God. I don't know. Obviously, Wrath of God is not always great. It is a bit of a tough to hit certain creatures, but playing against an Exalted Angel Mirror or something like that, Wrath of Godding and then slamming your own or whatever. Wrath of God's my flex spot. I'm debating with this deck in this current meta, like, is it better to just run an Armageddon and like hit a board state where they're super low on items in their hand? Like they don't have anything, you know, if the discard hit properly, they just don't have any. We can just slam down an Armageddon and say, I can beat you from this board state. So that's a debatable piece that is in my thoughts, but not 100% sure. So just Wrath of God for this. We'll see how many times we pull it in, see if it's worth our flex slot or not. So I'm extremely excited to play this deck. This deck has felt incredibly powerful through my time testing. It feels underrated and undervalued. So I hope that we're able to put up some good league results here, and I'm really excited. So let's go on over to match number 1 here, see what's going down. Opening the match here, we are against Rick. This is actually technically my 4th match. My first one was actually against someone who wasn't a part of league. So I think I'm going to have to... I think I mulligan this. The mana is just really bad. This is better. On the blind, I'm going to bottom just 1 swords. We're on the play, so yeah, I played against someone who wasn't actually in the league for the first match, so I'm re-recording this. It's technically match number 4. But okay, we are on the draw here. I'm going to swamp Duress. See what they're working with over there. Wrath of God, Prohibit, Miscalc. Okay, so this is blue-white control. Tower control. I'm going to drop their Miscalc. Okay. Let me take a pause in the video. All right, I'm back. Let's go with... So they play their Sky Cloud Expanse. I think we run out that Nantuko Shade into the counterspell. See what they want to do about it here. I believe we did catch a dub against this deck. It was on a high lag period, so... I know that they have Wrath of God in their hand. I know that they have 2 towers in their hand as well. Comes a Prohibit. Okay, they can get rid of that. We do not have a great hand against them right now, sadly. I'm going to go Plains. I'm going to say okay. I need to find some threats here to drop onto the board. If not, we're just going to be pass go against a control player, and that's not what we want. Cave of Kolios. I will play it out. But we're going to be playing into this Wrath of God. I would like some kind of action to at least represent some kind of plan here. We are just drawing all our lands. Drop another swamp. See what we can get going here. We know they have a Wrath plus a bunch of mystery cards. They're hitting their land drops. We're hitting our land drops. And Tuco Shade's probably going to eat a counter, but maybe not. We theoretically miss our land drop there, which is fine. Okay, Decree of Justice. Which means they can chump for a while. But this is also a pretty weak Decree of Justice, in all honesty. We have the ability to pump through them. Swords. Okay. They have committed a decree already, though, which leaves us in a very interesting position. Second plow is not what we want to see. But I'm going to drop that on a gator. I want to see how they want to deal with this. They have another plow. That's kind of a womp womp for us. Okay. Plow there. No biggie, no biggie. Attacking in. We have to have a lot of creature removal against this deck right now. It's not really what we're looking for. Okay, they're passing through. I think I do want to commit this mine and drop in a Phyrexian Arena. Hard counter here would suck. Impulse. Okay, they're digging for an answer. Please, no hard counter. They could theoretically assemble it, as well as an absorb. They kicking a prohibit. Come on. They cycling maybe? Nah, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. Okay. Wow, Power Sync taps me out too. Wow. All right. They dug kind of heavy there. I think I'm just gonna... white, 3 plus 1. I think I'm going to Exalted Angel. Just make them have the counter. They don't. Okay. We got blocks. We have pressure. This is a tough one right here. They do have a Wrath of God. Okay, they're cycling their miscalc. They're going to swing in. No, they're not. So they're not going to Wrath of God? Interesting play decisions there. Okay. They have no way to actually answer this currently. White. White. Actually. 1, 2, 3. I'll cast it face down with a morph. So that Wrath is out of their hands. We could flip this in response to a Swords. Alrighty. Let's go 1, 2, 1, and we'll take a Pain. We'll flip that up. Right. Attack. Get in there. They have no answers at this exact moment. We want to commit a Mother of Runes. That way we can give this protection if they find another Swords. Not this turn, but the turn after. Cycle through Chromatic Sphere here, which is a smart move. Giving themselves a blue. Another tower. We've gotten lucky with the Tron layout currently. Okay. Going to attack with my Exalted Angel. Very nice. I'm going to play out a Withered Wretch. Not a whole lot to eat out of their yard, but it is good pressure. And I will eat. I got no issue eating. Okay, they're going to cycle the egg. There's another piece of Tron there. I'm going to begin to eat. I'm going to eat a Decree. And I'm just going to eat one of these. And I'm also going to eat one of... I'll eat a Power Sink as well. Straight to attacks. I'm not going to risk the Wretch just in case I do need to worry about their graveyard. 1, 2 plus 1. Second main, I'm going to be casting this Angel. I don't know if this is overcommitting or not. But, okay. That's nasty. I forgot that Prohibit hits like that. It's okay. We're on slow beats here. I don't want to run Wretch into a Cycler or whatever. It's just not my forte. They could just straight up Decree here. Kind of looks like what they're doing, actually. Okay, Decree for 3. We are currently winning this race. They're representing a Swords. But I'm just going to go for it. Okay. Mother of Runes. See if they want to turn them all sideways or not. Chromatic Sphere looking for a cycle. I can give the Wretch pro white here as well. If they can't answer my stuff. Big cycle again. Oop, they're resetting. See, it's an interesting position. This blue-white Tron like control deck is very interesting. It looks like a lot of fun. I mean, in all honesty. I never really got to slam a Decree on a stack or on a cycle. So I find it really interesting in that regard. I do think that Engineer Plague is going to be very good against this deck. Okay, looks like they're going to be going with more Angels. Even 2 up? Ah, stroke of genius. Looking for the swords. Found a plant. It's quite a bit of mana. It's Wrath of God mana. Okay. So Phyrexian Arena. These two are going to attack. Going to give that pro white. And that pro white. Okay. Good games. Very nice. All right, we took that first game. Sorry, I was thinking through a ton right there. I don't hate Wrath. Infest has some play here, as does Plague. Okay. I think Skeletal Scrying can hit the dust here. Oops, sorry, I knocked over my water bottle. I apologize to that. Swords to Plowshares has less run as well. So I'm actually going to drop 2 swords. I like Muse, I like Mastercore. Withered Wretch is less powerful here than I would like it to be. But I don't want to cut too much action. We are on the draw again. Might just run a 61 card special. I don't think Crypt has as much play. Is there anything they could bring in that would really, really hurt us? I don't think so. I think I like this deck as it is. On the draw again here. Let's see. It's tough setting up. Ooh, that's a pretty good hand. I'm going to keep that. I actually like what this is doing. We can make some educated decisions here in a moment. I'm going to lead Swamp. Duress. Impulse is what I'm going to want to drop here. I don't want them digging. And you know what? I'm actually going to drop in an Antuco Shade as well. We need some more lands here. But if they want to burn a swords on this, they can. Okay. It's aggressive. They have Tower Mine. They have Natural Tron, actually. I could always take them off that if I find a plow. But I'm not really dying for it now. Skycloud Egg. Okay. A mom. They're gonna have enough to develop. So I think what I do here is I go black, black, and 1, and I develop, hopefully, a Phyrexian Arena. Actually, no, don't we know all the cards in their hand? Yeah, okay, so they want to cycle the egg. All right, we got our value engine on. Oh, they drew the disenchant. Wow, very nice rip by them. Okay, I was actually wrong on that. Ooh, this is nasty. I'm actually gonna verdict them. Okay, they draw X, that's fine. Still got a discard. Ain't nothing changed. You know, they still got a Master Core, which is fine with me. Wastes. They're okay just to kind of pass go. Let's see. I think I just play my mom out. We need some lands here, deck. Please give me some lands. I have been re-looking at this deck, and I do believe that Weather Wayfarer is just a better card in this deck than a lot of things. Okay, Decree of Justice. This is great. If I can get a singular land here and be able to resolve a Wrath of God, I'm feeling a lot better. Like a lot better. Okay, they get in for 6. No qualms from me. Comes the Masticore. Okay. It's going to be able to shoot down my mom right away, which is fine. Deck, please give me a land. Thank you. White, 2 and 1. Wrath of God. Does it resolve? That's going to be 6. Yeah, good games. GG's. Nothing we can do, nothing we can do. We're on the play here. I actually think I like Disenchant quite a bit here. Let's see. Wrath isn't bad. We got in a tough spot there. Plague is still good. I like Disenchant a lot. Maybe it's 2 less Vindicates. Although I guess actually trim just 1 Disenchant. Yeah, let's go back down to that. I always say GG's to my opponents, by the way. You know, if you ever play against me and you watch my videos, I'm not saying GG's just because I'm winning. If I beat you, I'm saying GG's just because I personally like to be friendly and just tell people like, hey, good games, no matter what, really. 2 plow, miscalc, a dischant. Miscalc's not bad. There's 2 plows I can push through. I think I just don't want them reloading their hand, actually. So we'll see what they do here. All right, basic planes, leave an open plow. Let's just open up the floodgates. Hit him with a verdict. Dropping plow disenchant, very nice. Good art on the disenchant too, very cool. There's the plant. Hit them with another duress. Decree, miscalc, sword. I'm going to take Decree. It's one of their big hitters. If they want to swords my mom, they can. I'm not here to tell them no. Okay, cycling that miscalc. They're looking for blue. They need blue pretty badly. There's a chromatic sphere. There's a plow. Another white. That actually is brutal. Oh, I could have blown up their sphere right there. That was stupid of me. Okay. Gemstone mine. Believe I would like to get... I think... Let's just start by developing an Nantuko shade. I'm still going to hold this disenchant. Because I just don't want to have to potentially deal with something nasty. Like a Masticore. They're getting a little mana tough over there. So hopefully we can get some good damage pushing here. Power plant, there's an egg. I could just disrupt them right now. No, I think I hold for a Masticore. I don't want to overcommit here. This is a very tough decision point because I am currently like winning through beats, but I want to win quicker before they can develop, I believe. I think I have to send the Wretch into the red zone here. 1 more mana and they have Masticore online, so I'm just not going to worry about the egg at the moment. Okay. We drew a card off of that. Wow. They're getting a little bit housed out here. Attack with all creatures. I am just going to continue to get into the red zone here. Sorry that I have a lot of stuff blown out. I want to start eating stuff out of their graveyard. No land drop? Well, I'm going to eat Decree. And then I'm going to eat egg. And then I'm going to eat sword. And then I'm also going to eat stroke of genius. I'm going to continue to hold this angel. Okay. Attack with all creatures. Because if for some godforsaken reason they get something here that just mops me up. Okay, just a straight cycle on Decree. It's a very, very tough one. We're going to eat Decree during the cycle. They're looking for lands. They're a little short on lands here. Maybe I should have been pumping Nantuko Shade, but I just don't want to overcommit anything. That's a miscalc on a cycle. Do they find a land drop? They have. Not double white, though. Eat the miscalc. I'm going to eat the impulse. I'm also going to eat the chromatic sphere. Okay. Another mine. So I'm going to attack with all creatures. I'm going to pump this. I'm going to pump this. Okay. That puts an extremely nice clock on. Another impulse. See what they find. Could be something good. I mean, we all know it could be something very good. There's a tower. Big mana. They have anything to do with it. Still going to activate the impulse or activate the wretch. Eat the disenchant. Okay. Natural swamp. So I'm going to get a bit bold and push in here. There it is. Yep, that's a cycle form. That's 6. Okay. They're going to have to sacrifice a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I can eat or pump one. Okay. That was an interesting block scheme from them. Just going to be on record here. I am going to Exalted Angel on the cast. Do they have the swords? Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to just attack with all creatures. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to think through here. Do I want to commit another shade to the board right now? I'm not losing. So yes, I would. I mean, there's no way they have another one of these. Right? Oh, okay. Stroke of genius. Okay, okay. I thought they had another one of the decrees. We have 1, 2, 3. So we definitely got at least one more hanging out. We need our flyers and we need them fast. Master Core. Very good. Okay. Okay. Gonna run Nantuko Shaden. Okay. Gonna Wrath of God? What is this? Okay. Wait, power sunk. I'm fine with that. I'm off the top here. It's tough. We are in a bit of a shaky situation. I should have pumped early. That's my fault. You know, if I lose this, it's entirely on me. And I accept that as a student of the game. Man, you know, I'm just getting beat up now at this point. And this is a tough L in all honesty. Doesn't feel like I should have lost. But, you know, I guess I should have been pumping earlier. Wow, stroke of genius. That's insane. All right. Well, see how we do here. I only had one Wrath of God, so they had a counter for it. That's tough. 14 cards. They're going to have to go to discard. Engineer Plague does work here. They're going to have counters is the issue, though. They've resolved so many of these darn strokes of genius that they're going to have counters for everything. Whether it's hard or soft counter really doesn't matter. See what they, you know, and this is just hindsight. If I was early, oh boy. They cycle here. I mean, we're going to pass through and see what they do. Wrath of God, a bunch of lands. Only got 16 cards left. They could just not, they don't have their cycler. Interesting. So they're still light on the cyclers? I'm so confused. Or did they use all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, 1, 2, 3. They have to have another one. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for it. Because it's sort of at a point where I'm just like, why not? I'm gonna cast Infest. Okay. I mean, if they have another cycler, they have, I don't know why they wouldn't just rip it off, but I'm also not winning from this position at the moment, sadly. Okay. GG's. Well, hindsight is 2020. Sadly, we should have pumped while we were attacking, but we were scared. So, is what it is. We took a 1-2 loss there. Felt good. I just, you know, hindsight and lines. Still learning it. Can't win them all. So, let's hop on over to match number 2. Match number 2, we are against Bahamito, which is a really, really cool name. Wow. That's an interesting hand. They go to 6. I think I just keep this. I think I keep it rocking. See what can come out of it. Not gonna lie, everyone. I just got absolutely whooped up. I am 1-3 in my pre-fire league right now. So, bit of a bummer over there. Hopefully I keep the spirits high though through the video. Island. Chromatic Sphere. Uh-oh. Okay. Is this that wild Tron deck? That like blue-white Tron deck? I've been wanting to play against that actually. I hope it is. I hope this is blue-white Tron. Because if it is, we're going to have a really good time. Let's go black and black. I'm going to slam the Nantuko Shade. Honestly, more than anything else. This is kind of counterbait. If they want to counter it, they can counter it. Okay. Nice little prohibit action. No land drop. Well, lands ain't dropping. You all know what that means. We're gonna vindicate. May not be the correct move, but it's a move I'm gonna make. It's probably not the correct move. I'm okay with that. Okay, power sync. That's fine. Letting the hands get empty so I can drop me down a Phyrexian Negator. You know, I think I go for another shade here, actually. Okay. Maybe they have counters, maybe they don't. Little miscalc action. Alright, they valued the draw more than they did the miscalc. I respect that. There's the mine. Okay. Let me get into combat. We know we're not doing nothing with this swamp right here. We ain't pumping or nothing. That's fine. And then one. I'm going to slam down a Negator on the stack and see what they want to do about it. What cool art on that Negator. I love it. There's like hints of gold that are on it. So sick. Phyrexian Negator, just absolutely A+ art. Snantuko Shade's threatening to do some nasty work here. Gonna go get themselves a Plains. Round out their pain-free colors. That's a Wrath of God. Alright. Blue-white control decks are not my friend. But that's okay, because I have another Negator who is my friend. A good friend of mine. Phyrexian Negator. There's a power plant. Their mana's about to get real big. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna attack if they allow me to. Swords. Yep. And gemstone mine. Keep it moving. Cycling a miscalc. Well, channel. All my viewers, I'm gonna let you know. Not very good against control. If by watching my videos you haven't figured that out yet, I'm sorry. I am spoiling it for you. I am simply just not good against control. I would like to be good, but you know, I go very deep into the mindset of I'm just gonna make you have it. And if you don't have it, then you don't have it. And not gonna lie, every single time I play a blue deck in this format, they got it. Which power to them. I'm not even knocking them for it. Cycle their chromatic sphere or not. Oh, look at this. This little sky cloud egg action. No way. Playing eggs out here. Okay. Well, we're drawing the lands half of our deck. We struggled with that game one. Or match one. Doing a lot better with it now. Might be every single swamp I have in my deck, actually. Funny enough. Is that 4 miscalcs? That is. Better work on those calculations. That was such a stupid joke. I liked it though. Miscalc, I believe art done by Jeff Albenstein, whom I have interacted with, and that is all I shall say about that. Got the egg out. They got 3. I'm just gonna. It's a little. Nice little spicy boy. A little spicy meatball action. One, two, three. 1, 2. Yeah, I'll do a little Mighty Morphin Power Rangers action here. Okay. We'll turn her face up when the time comes. Cycling through. Getting rid of the egg. All right. I mean, they have seen a lot of cards. It's like insane. It's pretty cool though, I ain't gonna lie. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I used to love that show as a kid. I ain't gonna sit here in front about it. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers went hard. Maybe that's where my anime addiction started, you know? One blue, two colorless in the pool. Big cycle here? Ah, they're having themselves a stroke of genius. Oh, that's pretty cool. Got the big brain. Look at him. Probably wondering, like, yo, you had the mana to cast this face up. Why would you even wait? And the answer is, I just, honest to God, didn't want to have to deal with, like, potentially getting counterspelled, because it would have been an additional 3 mana. And it would have forced. Oh, please, I swear. If they. Please don't just. Do not have the swords to plowshares. For the love of God. Please, please, please. I beg of you. End step. I am going to flip this. Okay. See if we get to combat. We do with Exalted Angel. See if it gets swords. It does not. Very nice. Very nice. Then we got our own version of a, whatchamacallit out there. Probably like, yo, why did you play this out? Like you're just playing into a sweeper. I need to draw cards. Look at all the lands I have. I got what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. The control deck only has 7. We got too many lands. Like we are mid-range. Kind of. We're like a mid-range border control, kind of, but sweeper. I needed to draw cards in the worst kind of way. No, it's more than that. Big stroke of genius? Or is this going to be a cycler? I've never played against this Tron deck. Pretty cool. Oh. 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 That's cooking. Okay. Well, I'm going to plead stupid. I'm going to attack in. I hope they double block me here. That would be kind of nice. Can I bait a double block out of you? Yes or no? Would you like to double block? My liege. I really like these Mercadian Masks planes, by the way. Invasion and Masks, just 2 really good blocks for lands. Okay. We still gain 4, so I'm not mad about it. I get the pass. We'll see what they do here. Okay. Swordsing their thing or not swordsing it is kind of non-zero. Well, now we just swords. Could have went into combat, but don't really matter. I'm not going to attack with the Graveborn Muse just in case we get a surprise cycle action. I don't want them gang blocking me. I'm messing up the good day. I guess one could say I'm slightly buggered at the prospect of them assembling Tron. So I'm going to vindicate the power plant. They got to have something to do with their mana. Let's just be honest. So maybe not. I have a City of Brass in my hand and the Swords of Plowshare, so we don't have a whole lot of action. But we are gaining life with the Angel, which is always nice, in my personal opinion. Double Sky Cloud Expanse. Wrath of God? Angels again? Yeah, it's an Angels. Oh, or not. So he needs what? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. So 4 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can make 2 more Angels? Correct? Believe so. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I think they can only make 2 more Angels. Oh no, is there a 2 in there too? There is. So it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know how he did that, to be honest with you. So he has a total of, or they, I keep saying he, I'm sorry. If you're not a he, I don't mean that in an offensive way. They have a total of 9 mana. It takes, no, it's 4. Yeah, so they can make 2 more Angels. Been a common theme. All day. Yeah, they're lagging out. That sucks. You never really want to see that. It's not an instant, is it? It's a sorcery. Look at that. We're gonna teach the good people about Phyrexian Arena here. And on to the Angel. What a cool creature. Oh, Exalted Angel, just the art is so good. Sign me up for that every single day of the week. I guess there I could have ran Graveborn Muse into some fools, but I didn't really want to. It's not my vibe. Disenchant. How dare you? Okay. It's a good target for it. Yeah. Been a big spike since yesterday. Has been a big spike since yesterday on the lag side of things. So it's a bummer. But alas, I have been struggling through it myself. I think now they can make 3 Angels, which is an actual issue for us. So that's going to suck when we have to deal with that. Or they're just creating a Mega Man Stroke of Genius, which would be super sick as well. So yeah, it's 3 of them. 3 of them buggers. Alrighty. Let's just start here. Gerard's verdict. See what they want to say about that. Disenchant and a power sink. Okay. And I'm just going to kick it and chill. I'm not going to attack into it. I don't have any blowout blocks or nothing. Currently beating them on card advantage, which is big for us. And they begin to attack solo with the Angels. We're super far ahead on everything. So for a minute, it's going to be pass go. We do have Graveborn Muse giving us quite a bit of incremental advantage. See if they want to play scared or not. They don't. Okay. Swords that angel. Swords that angel. Keep it pushing. Okay. Yeah, they just gained a bunch of life. I know that. I can see that now. I don't know what they got in their hand, but we're going to find out here in a second. Because I am about to Gerard's verdict, though. That's for darn sure. Whatever they got, get it out. Graveborn Muse has been non-zero too. This is exactly how I wanted this to run. Because like Graveborn Muse and Exalted Angel just drawing mad cards. If I can get a Withered Wretch, we're about to really be cooking. It's going to be 3 cards a turn, which I think is cool. They draw another Cycler? If so, that would be crazy. I assume that they are slogging through so much lag right now, too. Like, when it lags bad sometimes. A couple, like, you know, somewhere between like 15 and 40 seconds. And you're just kicking it, and like nothing's clicking properly. So, did he hit, or they hit a stroke of genius? Be huge if they did. It's kind of looking like it to me. Unless it's a really big cycler. I don't know if I want the Mother of Runes down on the board or just chilling in my hand as a way to beat through. Because they've already done, let's see, 1, only 2 decrees, so it's still in the deck. I assume this is a stroke of genius for 8. Hit them heavy. So they probably got a boar bite. I'm not going to extend this Mother of Runes because this is not going to get around that by any stretch of imagination. All right, let's attack with all creatures since we know the shields are fully down. Gain 4 more. I mean, we're playing a control deck too, and I don't want to be a big jerk, but I'm going to play through and through with this. Like, if they have any kind of action, I should have played Mother just in case they had another decree in hand. That way I could have just jammed right through with Exalted Angel. Whoopsie. They got Plant and 3 mines. There's a Wrath. There's a Tower. You're about to see a really big Decree of Justice potentially. Or not. Okay. I have drawn an incredible amount of lands this game. Truly. You know what I would really like right now? Read the Bones. Would be absolutely fantastic right now. It's an impulse on us. They got 16 cards left in their deck too. That's crazy to think about. I'm still sitting with half my deck here. Another impulse. Dig it a little bit deeper. You know, this new impulse art, it kind of grew on me. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. I actually have been kind of digging that. I think it's cool looking. I know that might be a controversial take, but I'm a fan. And I'm at 50 health right now. That's crazy. We fought through 2 Decree of Justices, like actual hardcast Decree of Justices. I don't think I've ever done that before. I've never even seen one of those cast, I don't think, like in person or in one of my games. I've almost only seen them cycled. It looks like we're about to see one cycled right here. Yeah. Oh, man. What a cool deck, though. You get to play Tron and everything. I mean, they should be able to close pretty quick here. That's the upside to me. I'd be kind of stoked. Like, they're about to make, what, 14 1-1s? All I got is a City of Brass. I do have a Wrath of God in my sideboard, I believe. I do. And I got Engineered Plagues. I think this is a time where we bring in a Wrath of God, Engineered Plagues, and Infests. They haven't really played out their yard much, have they? You know? If you really look at it. Like, they don't have that John that cares about the graveyard flashback that dude played this year. I forget the name of it. It's not Stroke of Genius. It's something crazy, though. All right, good for them. I'm going to take the other Decree of Justice. I'm going to play this out, though. Show me a Negator. I'll teach him the real power of street knowledge. Oh, that was on my turn. Forgot about that. I'm just going to yield through this turn. What do they even have? They got a Masticore in their hand. Look at them. Look at them. Vindicate just for the lulz. On the Masticore. Can't let them have it. Can't let them have it. You can't have nothing nice. Can't have nothing nice. I know they could just regenerate it. But I was gonna make them, you know, they were gonna feel that one. He dropped a mine. He said, I don't need the playset. Alrighty. Hit him with a Gerard's Verdict. I love this card. Such a house. I'll drop in that City of Brass for him. What'd they drop? Plant and Stroke of Genius? They discarded Swords? Alright, yeah, go ahead. Tack on in. I'm going to make them play it out. Like I said, when you're playing a control deck on MTGO, the clock is a factor. Always play it out. They're going to get a very nice GG's, though. All right. What was our plan? We said Wrath of God for sure. I love this Wrath of God art, by the way. An Infest and 2 Plague. Do I want to Disenchant? No. Do I want to Crypt? No. What's not going to be great against this deck? Wither Wretch isn't necessary. Nantuko Shade is good late game. Phyrexian Negator. Schmedium on. Mastercore is very good. Salted Angel is very good. Swords of Plowshares. Not very good. Swords of Plowshares, Schmedium. Mother of Runes. Pretty good. Arena, man, everything in this deck is kind of good. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, what a pain. Negator's not bad, but it's also not amazing. I think it's going to be... I think it's actually 2 plows. You know what, actually? Get back in here. You get your tushy back in here. I'm just going to cut the plows. You get your tushy back in here, Phyrexian Negator. I'll leave 1 in here. I'll leave 1 in here. Oh, no, I can't. Say goodbye. So what I got? 4 plows, 2 negators. All right. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Yes, I will play first. Boy, oh boy. All right, everybody. We're gonna call a pause right here. Okay. All right, I'm back. I had to look up what decree of justice made, and it makes soldiers. So that's good to know. Ooh, we egging out here. Turn to Withered Wretch. I think we just start aggro. They don't have blue up. They could have blue up, though. They could have blue up. Withered Wretch. What do I want to resolve? The least? And I think that's a negator. Yeah. Counter that bad boy. Oh, you're impulsing. Okay. Well, that's 7 beats on the board. They might be able to untap and hit her with the old plow, which is fine. But I got Plague next turn. So I'm ready for it. Plow's just such good removal. Another egg. These guys are really egging about. This was a pretty good starting hand, though. Mine and an egg. Okay. I'm gonna move to combat. Just gonna attack. I'm not gonna overcommit. So I'm just gonna pass. We're winning on board. They cycle the egg and get nothing out of it. That's what I'm looking for. Found a blue source. Okay. We may as well just eat some of their yard here. Okay. Eat some of the yard. We'll eat some of the yard. Okay. That's a good draw. Very nice. I can go 1, 2, 3, morph, and 1. Go ahead. Got 2 plagues in my hand. Neither of these are soldiers. No, they are not. It's wild that that forced them to grab double white. Seemed like a pretty blue heavy deck. I'm a little spooked by that. It's a spooky thing to see out here. I mean, they could just have double wrath and my goose is cooked. Like, that's a very possible thing. Step, okay. Let's verdict. They're probably like, why in God's name did he just verdict me instead of flip this angel? Well, I want to cast my engineer plague. And that disenchant would have just blown it up. So I do like the way this deck feels. I'm just going to be honest, everyone. Like, I really do think that this deck feels good. I think there's a lot of upside to this deck. I think it still needs to be smoothed out with the mana base. Not having fetch lands hurts. I don't want shock lands or nothing like that in this format. That's just not my vibe. I actually really enjoy only fetching basics. But it can be a bit frustrating from time to time. And I'm going to quickly run out Engineer Plague, and I'm going to name Soldier. Because that is apparently the correct thing to name. There's a disenchant. Well, they ain't gonna be very delighted when I drop another one of them soon. They're gonna be like, damn, we really really wish we didn't do that. Okay. Give this thing pro white. This is actually coming up wheelhouse here. Double decree. Flip this. And attack. Next turn. I guess if they assembled Tron, they could just chain gun me. But they got to discard the decree. I didn't even think about that. Okay, they're gonna sack it. Oh boy. Interesting play. They can make what, one angel? Right? One angel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're gonna make one angel. Obviously, I can't E-Plague on angel here. That would just be stupid. But they're gonna use up that decree. They're fighting tooth and nail. I mean, gosh darn. You know, hats off to you lads. Who are out here fighting a good fight. I'm gonna attack with my Exalted Angel. We're lagging a little bit. That's all right. Builds character. We had a really crazy hand. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. It was really crazy. The hand was really good. Hopefully they don't get like lagged out on the block. Yeah, that would kind of suck. I had some pseudo like that earlier. Exalted Angel having a 5 butt on her is crazy work, which I really like. And I'm going to drop in an E-Plague. And I'm going to name Soldier. And say okay. Cool. On to their turn. Any action from them? Oh, GG's. Good games. Let's see what they got going on. I would concede the last game. Can't play like this. You won the first. Want to play it out? I mean, I don't want them to not play it out. Well, you may be good. We don't know till we jam. I mean, it's up to him, but or up to them. Sorry, I keep assuming. You know, they could just cook me. You know, like they could literally just cook me. Like, I don't know what to say. Like they really could just come out here and beat me up big time. So I think that maybe we drop a. No, you know what? Mom's not bad, but she's also not great. I think I'd rather have Negator. Huh? All right. Well, GG's. GG's. Have a good one. We got that kind of on clock, I think also on a bit of lag. So we picked up our first win here in our, I believe, second match. So let's move on to the third and final match of this video. Third and final match of this video, halfway through the league at the end of this. Ooh, we have a gasoline hand, but we do not have the mana. I got a mulligan that. That's a sad molly. Oh my god. Whew. Do I do it? Do I go to 7 or just to 5? 23 lands in the deck. I think I have to. That was painful. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna bottom actually Shade and Mine. Shade and Mine. That's a painful one. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it. Getting lag already. It's a tough day. All right. Well, hats off to Bradless here. See if he runs me over. Strong chance he does, sadly. Look at this. I've already burned 1 minute and 20 off my clock. Win some, lose most. Double Gerard's Verdict is some diabolical stuff right here. Same. I do wish that MTGO lag would be resolved, but I don't think as many people as our community are jamming games out here. No. Wow. Okay. We're probably against green, white, Geddon. That's my guess here. Library. Oh, Elvish Spirit Guide. Okay. Could swords that, but I don't really want to. What I prefer to do is instead Gerard's Verdict them. Wow. That's yeesh. You want to talk about some menacing plays your opponent can make? What, that right there. Tangle Wire. Bummer. I'm gonna swords that. Okay. Plains. Or swamp, sorry. Man, I'm thinking about that darn hand where I had what's his name? Withered Wretch. I really done goofed that one up. As I have 3 Call of the Herds in the bin right now. I just be sitting here thinking about how bad I goofed that up. Okay. Well, we got some gasoline to throw on the fire here in a moment. We're going to be able to Gerard's Verdict them. So we'll be down to 2 on the fading counter. They hit a land here, they get a land drop. All right, Wild Growth. Maybe this is actually mono green Ponza. Okay. Okay. They can have those 2. Those 2. Yeah, this is a tough part about MTGO today. I mean, I'm not missing anything here, right? 2. Okay, very nice. Caves. I do have some action here, so they're going to be able to start flashing back here in a moment. ESG and a Baloth. We'll take that. All right. Well, this coming turn, I'm probably going to slam Arena. Start getting some card advantage. Maybe we'll just get a natural angel. We're already at 5 mana. So if we have 5 mana, well, we're not going to be able to, but okay. Call the Herd comes back. That is a bummer, but that's okay. We gotta tap a land down. Okay. I'll tap that down. Vindicate. That's actually pretty nasty. I think I want to develop with the morph though. Next turn, I'll be able to morph the angel. And then if we draw one more land after that, we'll be able to establish Arena into Vindicate. All right, Blastoderm. That's going to be some problems we're going to have. Nothing we can do about that. Another land here would be nice. Okay. The land is very nice. The world has blessed me. So we're going to be losing this damage race for a short moment here. Which is okay, though. Because we're going to be able to Vindicate an Elephant token and then slam Phyrexian Arena in the same turn. We will lose a gemstone to do it, but that's okay. Tangle Wire goes bye-bye. They got, I guess, 2 more Ellies to still come out. A Baloth. That's a tough one. Let me... I'm going to start here. White, white, and black. They can sack that, gain some life. That Call of the Herd opening for them was just no bueno. There's a whole lot I can do about that. There's no way I can take them off of flashing back right now either, sadly. So, not a whole lot I can do. All right. Next turn, they're going to be able to flash back. They're going to be at 10 damage. I'm going to be at lower life totals. I'm going to have to hold for a block. I need to be able to outlast this Blastoderm. That's my biggest issue. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Because even if I hold back, they could just beat in with the Blastoderm. They still have 2 more turns with it. And like every single draw off top of their deck outside of like a Wild Growth is gas. So this deck's really cool, by the way. I'm not speaking ill will at all on Beefcake, as I have seen it has been dubbed. It's an extremely cool deck. But we're only hitting for 4 and they're hitting for 8, which is a huge L for us. I like how it gives you the little fist. It's like a solidarity fist. This might be stupid, but I think we need card advantage, and I think we need some Swords to Plowshares. So I'm running Phyrexian Arena out. I'm just going to do it. Can't fear God right now. Got too much going on. Just tell me they flash back to Herd and call it a day. Wow. What a top deck rip. I mean, what do I even say to that? You know? All right, well, Swords of Plowshares, be my friend. You know what? Mother of Runes, you're actually kind of my friend right here. We can chump here. I can get into the red zone. Because I'll just chump the Shroud. Blastoderm. Take 6. Then we'll be able to stalemate them. I actually really like Beefcake. It plays super cool. Untap of Plains. Okay. Okay, I'm going to lose a life. Swamp. Do I gamble? Or do I wait? They're going to have 6 on the clapback. I'm going to be at 6. I can't attack. They're just going to untap City of Traders and flash back. I just realized that. Gosh darn it, I'm an idiot. But we're going to be able to run a block here. Man. That is gasoline from their end. I will untap second swamp. I will go to 1. Plains. I'm thinking I'll gain 3 life here. So if I gain 3 life, I'll be at 4. I chomp, I'll be at 8. I'll take 6 damage. I'll be back at 1. Okay. All right. We're doing what we're doing. We aren't able to get in right now. Winter Orb's a legitimate problem. But they're going to be able to swing with Baloth and the whole board. I'm going to block. Oh, no. I just realized they can sack Baloth. GG's. Whew, that was a close one. All right. Well, we got Disenchants and we got Perishes. I'm not even going to worry about nothing else. Let's see. I do think Crypts are actually not bad, but again, they're only using a little bit of their sideboard. I have the Wretches. I'm okay with that. Is Wrath of God worth it? Probably not, because we're not getting any kind of acceleration. Skeletal Scrying looks worse here, as does Negator. Negator's very good at clogging up the board, but it's also very good at making me sack. Beefcake! And I don't love Duress in this matchup as well. But I do love the other ones, so. Alright, we're on the play here. Let's see what we can get going. That was on a mold of 5, actually. We fought really hard for a mold of 5. I'm not mad about that. I think that we actually bodied up relatively well there. Compared to some other decks I would have played on a mold of 5, I would have been grass, you know? And I assume Beefcake's probably one of our worst decks to play against, especially when they have, what they have, like 3 elephants in the graveyard, like 3 Call the Herds by end of like turn 2 or whatever. So that was kind of wild. I will go on the play. Hopefully everybody calls this deck Beefcake and they're not just like, why did this guy just say Beefcake? So I think Beefcake is like a super sick name for a deck. I'm a huge fan of it personally. So, all right. That's a sketchy keep, but it's a keep nonetheless. If they want to waste me, they can waste me, but I'm going to drop in a Mom. And then I'm going to Gerard's Verdict. And then I'm going to Arena if they don't have any kind of land interaction for me. I will save that land. I thought about it, but I will save it. Put them on a mold of 5. Okay. All right. I don't think they're going to have anything I need to worry about. So I'm just going to get in the red zone. Then we can boot up Arena. We'll lose a land, which is okay. Because I'll slap it in Caves of Kolios then. Man, call the Herds for days. It's all right, though. We got a good block back here. Swamp, and white for a Phyrexian Arena. Okay. It's all right. I'll block, and I'll just give her the ye old green, and we'll just clog up the board. All right, that's a Winter Orb. That's a Sylvan Library. Not going to get in. I will untap Swamp. Okay. Okay. I will play a Caves of Kolios. And I think I'm actually going to disenchant the Sylvan Library. I don't like the way it's looking at me. I think card selection here is a bigger issue for him, personally. We have time to set up. We can chill, you know, like we can wait on it. I don't need to worry about all that Winter Orb nonsense. And I got to Vindicate for whenever I want to square up with it. I'd be attacking with the Elephant, personally. Like, force me to understand how to block. Untap a Swamp. Well, there she is. Never mad to see her. Maybe I should have waited on the Vindicate. I don't know, though. Because the Vindicate's going to let them have a fun turn. And it's not going to let us have a fun turn. So it's a bit of a tough concept. Okay. You know what I could do, actually? I could send them back to the Stone Age if I hit that Ancient Tomb. I actually got a handful of options here. So I'm going to play this Gemstone Mine. I think I actually like a Verdict here. See if we can get some extra life off of that. No, I'm just a Blastoderm and a Ravenous Baloth. And then a Mother of Runes. Okay. And we'll just hang out. We'll just be steady chilling. Ain't no biggie, ain't no thing. And if I find another disenchant, I'll hit the Winter Orb on their end step. I could always Vindicate it if I'm feeling generous. But I kind of want to Vindicate the Ancient Tomb, personally. They can flashback call here, but I have double blocks up. So, bummer for them. Sick for me. So, I'm kind of high on that, personally. I wonder if there's a way to actually tap down Winter Orb in, like, this format. I never actually looked into it. Obviously, in, like, other formats, you got, like, Urza and all that stuff. But I was wondering in this format if you had the option to or not. Because there's some that's, like, you know, tap artifact or whatever. That's efficient, obviously. It's probably a card that does it, but it's just not that efficient. All right. Well, here we can untap a land, and then we can either drop Exalted Angel as a 2/2, or we can Vindicate. And I'm kind of feeling probably Exalted Angel, because we're going to get to keep doing stuff. I guarantee you my opponent right now is stuck in the lag. 110%. Beefcake seems like a super fun deck, but I don't think the line's this complicated. To be honest. Definitely some fun lines, it seems like, but I don't think it's think all day like this complicated, so. Yep, there it is. Yob. Blastoderm. Okay. Caves of Coleos. I will untap. Duress and a Perish. That Perish is a cold mama jama. I'm just going to kick it for now. I'm not going to worry about all this. What I want them to do is develop just a little bit more. Just a little bit more development. I want them to commit that call from the graveyard. Yeah, I want that call to make a little cameo appearance, if you know what I'm saying. Another Verdict. And a Vindicate. I actually kind of love Verdict here. Call on a Tangle Wire. We take both of them. They're going to try and go wide around me here, which we know that they just can't do. If I hit a land drop here, I'm just, because we know they're flashing something back here. They got 4 mana. They're going to flash back. Yup. They can't attack quite yet. I will untap my gemstone mine. Okay. Swamp. I mean, this is just gonna kind of Stone Age them. Gonna perish. Get in for it. They're down to 9. The Ancient Tomb is like one of their biggest ops right now. they're fighting that Ancient Tomb. Wasteland sucks, but it's not the end of the world for me. I'll just continue to untap swamps. Okay, they can flash callback. No problem with me. I'll just leave both the mothers up. Untap a swamp. Can't wasteland it. Play a plains. Say go on ahead. It's kind of cool. You know, this deck feels good. I know it's not putting up crazy results this league so far since we're 1-1. We didn't, 6-0 the league or whatever. But it feels good. Like, this deck feels like it has power. I'll untap a swamp. Okay. I'm going to play caves here. And colorless and a white. And I'm going to vindicate the elephant token. We're going with like Snapcaster beatdowns, huh? We're beaten down with the old 1-1 Legion. All right, Baloth is good. They can stabilize with the Baloth for a little bit. But again, I can just leave up my moms. Untap the plains. Draw. No land, which is okay. We're going to pass through. We're going to drop a duress. And a duress. Any order for them is fine. And you know what? Might actually give us a turn where we just straight up vindicate the Winter Orb. They have nothing to flash back currently. And just keep it kicking. You know? Like, that's how I view it, at least. Because I can untap and I can play down an Angel and just close the game. They can't really tap Ancient Tomb anymore. That's like a dead land to them. So it's a rather interesting position. I'm super far behind on clock, but again, like there's only so much I can do with the lag. I mean, you see me, I'm not playing super slow or nothing. I'm just waiting my way through, you know? Okay. I just see, like, I'm just caught up here. Like, I just passed right through. I got no qualms, no issues. It's kind of crazy. Like, this used to be a really good client, I thought. I mean, we're getting drained for a decent amount from the arena, but they also can't get through us right now. So, another wild growth. Okay. What else they got to do mana-wise? Anything? Okay. Untap a swamp. Okay. That right there is going to work double duty for us. What we're going to do is we're going to swords. And then we're going to vindicate. Okay. We are in a position where vindicate is about to chomp up their board. They can untap and they're going to have good cards, don't get me wrong. But we're going to have Angel. So, you know, like, even if they wasteland me, I don't really care, you know? Because we're just going to drop, yeah, we'll drop another gemstone mine. We'll take this for white. White. 1, 2, 3. It's actually 1. And we'll actually take another ping. Okay. And we're going to drop in an Exalted Angel. And then with 3 mana left over, black, and then white. Okay. I'm going to Vindicate their Elvish Spirit Guide. I'm going to attack with just 1 Mom to protect my lovely Lady Exalted Angel. And just keep on chilling. I got lethal on board. GG's. Alrighty. Hit that sideboard game. Yeah, that went exactly how we wanted it to. I don't think Negator has any run here. Duress felt really bad. I think I'd actually rather have Skeletal Scrying than a Duress. I'm down to 1 Duress. If I have opening hand Duress, it's great pretty much any other time. Actually, opening hand or turn 2 Duress ain't terrible. But I'm very, very, very impressed with the ability of this deck to push through a Tangle Wire. I mean, we're in black-white. You know, like we're not a green deck. We're not pushing elves through here, you know? So I'm very impressed with that. We might lose this overall match just based on play draw variance, and that's possible. But regardless of anything, we are behind on clock. Double disenchant. We have our colors. I like this. Swords, we take it. I like the positioning of this hand a lot. A lot of stuff for us to do. Not a lot of discard, so we're not going to be ripping their hand apart. But we should be able to play a nice game against them. Okay, this is allowing us to run out of swamp first. Being behind on clock here really sucks. Let me just F6. Oh, that's a great draw. That is a fantastic draw. Making sure I'm yielding, trying to save as much clock as I can. City of Traders, that's great for them. All right, well, we knew it wasn't going to have Shroud. Which is fine. I think, Swords is tempting here. But we are in a graveyard. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me just Swords that. I will attack, get some beats in. And then is anything that they toss out there that I need to hit with ye old Exile? I will. I mean, we just saw basically 2 2/2s take us home the last game. So it's highly doable, you know? Wild Growth on the Wasteland. Interesting investment. Another Djinn. Okay. Well, I'm still going to eat something from their yard just because I can. That was my yard. Whoops. Why is it popping out like that? It's kind of freaking me out. I don't like that it's doing that. Let me hit him with a Verdict. Mastercore Baloth. Okay. And then I'm going to Plow. Say okay. And get to it. If I click on that, yeah, can it not do that, please? Thank you. What if I click on that? Okay. That was freaking me out there. Yeah, we're way behind on clock here, but we can't completely, you know, F6 because we do have an activation, which is a bit of a bummer, but we have a Vindicate. We can hit the Vindicate on the Wasteland, which is just going to nuke their mana. Tangle Wire. That's very good. Tap some stuff down. I'm going to end up tapping these 4 down. Okay. Other runes, never punished. I think I'm going to Vindicate that Wasteland next time they tap it down. I just don't like the way it's looking at me, you know? So triple tap down, leaving the Wasteland up. Yeah, they're going to tap that Wasteland, ain't they? No, they're not. Interesting decision making. For a library. Well, that's going to eat a disenchant. Right away. Okay. What is it, 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that way if I need to, I can protect the Mother of Runes. We could have Vindicate up next turn. I could tap down the Wretch and a land. And I would like to Vindicate that Wasteland. That would be ideal. So Wasteland's giving them a lot of value right now. Mastercore is a real problem though as well. I can disenchant that, can't I? Can't do both though. But they could kill my mom. Okay. Let me tap down my Mother of Runes and Withered Wretch. Angel's not bad. Let us disenchant the Mastercore. Okay. Keep it pushing. The issue is we're so far behind on clock. I mean, have I really been playing that slow or just was it lag? Doesn't feel like I'm playing slow, you know? I'm going to eat up both Mastercores out the bin, I think, at the end of this turn. I mean, we were grinding, don't get me wrong. We've been in a bit of a grind fest with this opponent, but that's A-okay to me. It's very weird that this S'mores deck just plays really well to me, it feels like. I'm not saying I'm great with the deck, but what I'm saying is, like, it feels good in my hands, which I can't always speak of, to be honest, so... Yeah, I've been drawing answers. I mean, nothing else I can do. Like, I got a deck full of answers, basically. Once I get this arena online, life's going to be a lot happier. They should. I mean, they can't really heads up hit me with their Wasteland because, like, they lose a green source. And the next time they play a land, they lose their trader. So I don't even know what to tell them. We'll see how serious this spell is that they're casting. Alright, it's a Blastoderm. We can deal with that. Easily. I'm going to hit their Mastercore. And I'm also going to hit their Baloth. Okay. Okay. Tap that down. Yeah, I'm just going to Vindicate that right there. That's a 2-for-1. And I can just hold up Mom. I mean, they can get 4 mana right now, and that's great for them. But I can just hold up Mom. Full protection. You know, it's a pickle for them. I would like to get Arena online as soon as possible. Call the Herd. Very good for them. But I get to eat that then. Okay. There's no counters on it. That's great. So I can go 1, 2, 3. Cast that with Morph. Have the beats ready. Preemptively eat Call the Herd. That way that doesn't come back knocking on me. Like, yeah, Blastoderm's an issue, but I can just block Wretch, tap Mother of Runes, protect it. Like, it's not a big deal. They're locked into 3 drops at this moment. Okay, Winter Orb. That's fine. Okay. Onto that. I'm going to give it Pro Green. Okay. I will untap a Plains. I will drop in a Gemstone Mine. And I get to hit with Withered Wretch. And we do the same exact thing. Where they can beat into me. Okay. There we go. There's a Baloth form. It's a nice treat. Okay. Block the angel there. Give it pro green. Okay. All right. I'll untap a swamp. Another withered wretch. Always nice, actually. Colorless. White. Flip this. Face up. Go to combat. Start beating in with the angel. No reach. No hidden reach. None of that nonsense. Okay. We're going to be taking 3. And they're going to be giving us... We're going to be giving them 4. They're going to be giving us 3. We are behind on life total. But I have ways to draw out of this. And I have another wretch or a shade on the way. Okay, begin combat. Sounds good to me. I'll line up a block here. Give this pro green. Okay. I will untap a swamp. Gerard's Verdict is very nice. Okay. I can use Mom as a blocker. So, like, that's the biggest thing. Elvish Spirit God. Okay. Block here. Okay. Give it self-protection. And green. No, not the lag. Don't do me like this right now. I may actually lose to the lag here. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I have some action in hand. Like, look how much time I'm losing right now. Like, I don't even know what to say to this. It's so frustrating. Whew. That is aggravating. All right. GG's. I appreciate the opponent being cool about it. Beefcake for life. Love the deck. Really is sick. So, all right, we're 2-1. Felt good on that beefcake matchup. Let's go to the little mid league recap here. Well, we're currently going into a 2-1 on the first half of the league. We actually split against Tron. We lost 1 match and won 1 match against Blue-White Tron Control. That final game there, I should have been pumping game 3 in that final match. Would have probably closed out a bit quicker. Not 100% sure what they had in their hand, though. So they could have had a swords just waiting, chilling. But I let them get time to develop, and the more time they get, the lower our odds of winning happen. So we also beat Beefcake. So I think that overall, this deck's feeling very good. Definitely some tweaks I like to make, and I've begun to make tweaks, but Mother of Runes so far has been an all-star. Love this card. I like Withered Wretch a lot in this format. It's been really good. Negator's hit or miss on whether or not we're going to be able to push through it, but I do like Negator. Gravebore Muses felt good. A lot of this deck has felt really, really good. Skeletal Scrying's felt a little bit meh. As is Wrath of God. Don't know really if this is the card I want for like the matchups it's very good against, like Blue-White Tron. This might not be it. I think honestly this should probably be Armageddon or something, but I'm just going to keep that in mind. So far, this deck has felt very good. I feel like I have a ton of answers out the sideboard. It doesn't feel perfect at all. It feels like there's still a bit missing from it. I'm going to need to take some time to really comb through the list and see what feels good, what doesn't feel good. I think I'm going to start possibly tracking data just to see, but I'm enjoying this list a lot. I think it has a lot of power. I think that black is denoted as the weakest color, but I think it's the best support color in the format right now. I love this. Love black as a support color. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into the second half of the league and see where this deck drives us to. I hope we drive to like a 4-2 record or even a 5-1 if we could get there. So very, very excited. And, I hope everybody's enjoyed. This has been 3-2 Brew. Until next time, cheers.